Hi everyone. So it's time for today's connections game. I know you have seen the thumbnail, so you would know what the words of today are. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to show you the 16 words. They need to be put in four categories of four words. Pause this video and give it your best shot. Watch till the end of this video. At the end, I will reveal the four groups of four. Let's talk about today's words. The first word is to pinch. Now, pinch, the simplest form is pinch me, as in doing something to somebody's body, right? Pinching. But it also means, that's actually part of the expression pinch me if I'm not dreaming, as in like, you feel that you are like in a dream and you ask somebody to pinch you. And then, but here in this puzzle of the connections game, pinch means to steal. He was pinching, he was pinching from his company. So that means, to steal. So yeah, pinch. So it means steal. It means, pinching. Then we have the word rob. No, no. Rob, of course, means, stealing. That's a, you know, that he was robbing the store, right? Bank robber, right? Now it's interesting because rob, is one of another one of those words that if you don't pay attention, it could be a short vowel sound and a long vowel sound. So rob, whereas rob means to rob somebody's body, right? That's to rob. Or a rubber, rubber gloves. Those are from RUB. This is ROB. So he's a robber. That means, he's a thief. He steals things. Whereas to rob means to, touch somebody's body, massage. So that's to rob. Whereas to rob means to steal, right? So robber means somebody who steals things, whereas rubber means, the material rubber, kind of like, what the glove is. So this is a very important. That's, and foreigners, people who speak English as a second language have a really hard time. Like, like the word peach is very different from pitch. And I actually did videos on that. You should check that out. But so rob is not the same as rob. So as I said, to rob means to steal, whereas to rob means to rob, you know, you rob somebody's body. And then we have the word steal. Steal, of course, means to steal something, which is the simplest form, right? Steal means when um, you don't own something and you take it. That's stealing. But then steal can be steal. Again, this is a long E. But then you have the word still, right? Still, that's still STIAL. That's a very different word. Still, you didn't come to my birthday. Still, you want me to be your friend, right? Still, that means otherwise. So that's not steal, right? So that's steal. This is STAL, STEAL, which means to, rob, to thieve, to take something from somebody. Whereas still, I'm still your brother. I'm still your family, right? Still, already, otherwise. And then we have another steal, which is STEEL, STEEL, and that's man of steel, Superman, right? Steel. And that means a type of a metal. So it becomes really confusing. Steal and steal, both of them, but they're completely different. One of them, steal, is to rob, and to rob and to steal and to thieve, and the other one, steal means the material, the metal material. And then the final word is swipe, which means, again, to thieve, to steal. Swipe. I think somebody swiped my wallet, as in, they picked my pocket, pickpocket, somebody who steals your stuff while you're walking. But swiping, right? Like, this person swiped my wallet. But then now in the social networking world and in the Tinder world, then we have swipe left, swipe right, right? So swipe there, we're using, whatever. Swipe left, that means that you don't, swipe left, I think it means you don't want them or something, right? Swipe. So there, but then we have also swipe your credit card, right? That means that kind of move your credit card inside the machine. So that's swipe, right? So swipe, so it could be the thing with, you do on your phone, you swipe left, swipe right with your finger, or you could be, swiping your credit card, or swipe also means to steal. So those were the 4 words in the connections game today, which are all mean thieve, which is pinch, rob, steal, and swipe. Then the first group, the other group, is things to pay, bill, right? So bill, you pay the bill, right? But then there's things like bill of sales, which is kind of like a list of, all the things that you're buying, bill of sales. But then bill is something that could go through the Congress, and, they're voting on this bill, which is something that, having to do with voting and having to do with legislation. That's also a bill of law, right? So bill has a lot of meanings. Also, bill means, how much do you bill me, right? That means that how much do I have to pay you, right? Like you hire a contractor, how much did they bill you? As in, how much did they charge you? So bill also, so you pay your bills every month, right? So that's a very common expression in American English. Did you pay your electricity bill? So that's the thing that comes in the mail. That's called the bill. But also you bill somebody, but also you have things like Bill of Rights, which has to do with legislation. Then another thing you'd pay is check. Now, check itself is quite interesting, because check means, to pay the check, but then there's a, that's a noun check, but you can also have the verb check. And then the verb check is to check on something, to kind of monitor it, to look for what's going on. Did you check on me? Are you here to check on me? That means that, are you here to make sure I'm okay? Or you can use that, I'm here to, like in the hotels, just you check in the hotel that night that you get in, and you check out, and then you leave the hotel. That's checking out. But also check out means somebody who's like really not paying attention. You look really checked out, as in you don't seem present with what's going on, checked out. Now, an interesting thing is that check in American English, CHECK, means the thing you pay. But in British English, CHEQUE is what you pay. So Americans, of course, made it easy, and it's just the same check. Whereas, so also when you go in a restaurant, you say, check, please. That means that you want to pay. Check is that's what you use in a restaurant. You don't say, bill, please. You say, check, please, right? Then another word we have is invoice. Invoice is another thing to pay. Invoice is pretty simple. It doesn't have many meanings. Invoice means to, just invoice me. Show me all the things you did and how much I should pay you. So bill, check, invoice. And the last one is tab. Tab is also something to pay. Now, of course, in the age of browsers, Tab is also the thing that you have on top of your browser. You have like, I have a million of them, so a million tabs open, so that's tab. But also say, you know, I want to pay for my tab, right? Like you have a, I don't know, you have a balance that keeps going up, and it's like, okay, I want to pay for my tab. Tab is also, what you have on your keyboard to jump around. Tabota has other meanings too. Then we have, so things to pay are bill, check, invoice, and tab. Then we have male animals, buck. And I think I talked in a previous video about buck. Buck means, in America. So the thing is that, so things to pay, bill, it's also in English, in American English, bill is like a dollar bill, right? A dollar bill is and it's another word for that is a note. So a bill or a note is the same as a buck, right? So a dollar bill is a buck. So buck, that's a meaning for the word buck. Buck, of course, is a male animal. It's like a male deer. So buck is another one, but also you can buck, which is like a horse kicking. So that's another one. And then we have the word bull, BS, bull, S. So bull, and bull is, of course, is the male cow, could be an ox, and bull. Then we have the word jack as a male animal. And then we have Tom. So male animals are buck, bull, jack, and Tom, which are all names, but they're also male animals. And then finally, this is connection games, it's not me, leg wear in the singular, jean. So, you have jeans, I have jean, pant. Now, of course, pant, is you have pants, you wear pants, or another word, especially in English, British English, is trousers. In America, you wear pants. In England, you call it trousers. And another word for it, I think it's more American, slacks. So pants, slacks, and trousers are all the same thing. But then the word pant here, pant is also a verb. And to pant means that's to pant. Okay? Then leg wear in singular, pant. So jean, pant, short. And shorts, because you're wearing shorts. You're wearing pants, shorts. So short, of course, has so many meanings. Short means the opposite of tall. Short means, a short movie, it's a short, short clip, it's a short. But then short that can be a verb when you are in stock market. You can short the stock, which means, it's a technical thing that means that, you're betting that the stock will fall. So short has a lot of meanings. And then finally, the word tight is also a singular for leg wear. So tights. So these are all singular for leg wear. Jeans, short of jean, pant, short, and tight. And tight is for tights. And in the time of Robin Hood, they were wearing tights. It's kind of like looks like a sweatpants. It's a tight. But of course, tight itself, it means something which is tight, something which is narrow, something which hugs your body, right? That's tight. Now, this is why this connections game is so hard. And after 40 years, I can hardly solve it. Because, you look at the word like Tom, Jack, Jean, these are all names, and then they're all different categories. That's how they designed this game, to be tricky. So when you're playing this game, or when you in general are trying to learn English or master English, give yourself a break, because this is a tough language. As I said, I've been working on it for 40 years, and I would not be bragging to say that my English is better than a lot of people who are native speakers, as in were born. So to master English is hard. So if you're having sometimes challenges, give yourself a break, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug, and keep going. Keep learning, subscribe to this channel, come back for more videos because, you know, English is infinitely complex and there's always room for improvement. Have a great day.